10 o'clock here in Nashville.
All right. You are watching News Channel 5 at 10. Of course, special coverage, continuing coverage of this historic day of flooding, not just here in Davidson County, but around Middle Tennessee.
Yeah, it really has been a weekend here no one in Middle Tennessee will ever forget.
It is the worst flooding the state has ever seen, and we do have live team coverage all over the area. Of course, want to bring you up to date on the numbers. We now understand 11 people have died here in Tennessee. 5 of them are here in the Nashville area. 2 others died each in Carroll County and Stewart counties. Williamson County, Hardeman, and McNairy counties are each reporting 1 death.
At this hour, NES has 24,000 people without power. Other power outages have been reported all over Middle Tennessee, and thousands of residents are being evacuated from their homes, even, as we mentioned just moments ago, the Gaylord Opryland Hotel. 1,500 guests headed to McGavock High School.
As we mentioned, there have been 5 confirmed deaths here in Davidson County alone. The first was yesterday at Bell Road and Blue Hole Road. 2 bodies have now been found in a home on Delray Drive. That's in West Nashville, just along Murrow Road. That we keeping an eye on flooding there earlier in the day. 2 more bodies were found in an overturned car on Sawyer Brown Road. That's in the River Plantation area in Bellevue.
Now, the pictures out of Bellevue have just been unbelievable, shocking. Hundreds of people there being evacuated. News Channel 5's Jeff Tang has been there all throughout the night as the sun has set. And let's go to him live for the very latest. Jeff?
Well, Rory, the water tonight is as quiet as it has ever been. Behind me and beyond me, just an island surrounded by high water. Dozens of people still out there this evening, but dozens more rescued today. All day, rescuers worked fearlessly and tirelessly to save them.
Rained a whole bunch, so the water got higher and higher.
So what did you guys have to do?
So we had to go on a boat ride.
It's unreal. It's unreal. You wouldn't think it would happen. Yeah. Well, we're doing okay. Doing okay.
One by one, boats brought families like the Lacey's to shore. They brought with them changes of clothes, dry shoes, whatever they could carry in their hands, even pets. Many have lost their homes. We're told a number of them are completely submerged in water, others with several feet of flooding inside them. The swelling Harpeth River turned Coley Davis into a lake today, cutting dozens of people off from dry land on an island surrounded by rising water. And so, with no other options, rescue crews braved those choppy currents and dangerous conditions in small boats, making trip by trip, returning with the most precious of cargo. Those brave rescuers worked well into the night.
There were people trapped in their house, so we were taking them out windows and through doors, and water rescue, swift water rescue.
And how was the water?
Very, very swift.
Rescue operations here have been suspended for the evening, but that doesn't mean the rescuers are done. In fact, they've just simply been dispatched to other areas that need their assistance. There are divers, there are boat drivers, all working tonight to save more people. Hopefully the folks here behind me will be spared by the rain this evening, and hopefully their homes are safe, and tomorrow morning we'll find them safe as well. We're live in Bellevue tonight. Jeff Tang, News Channel 5 HD.
Jeff, can I ask you, you've been there. Do we still have Jeff? Jeff
Nope,
is gone. All right.
Also in Bellevue, we want to let you know River Plantation, where at one point this afternoon, 60 residents were in need of rescue. Here's some of the dramatic pictures from Sky 5 HD earlier today. River Plantation, this is just off Sawyer Brown Road, one of the hardest hit areas. Tonight, Metro Police report 2 people were killed in their car after trying to drive through floodwaters there. News Channel 5's Brent Frazier has been there most of the day. This is kind of on the other side of that floodwaters from where Jeff was. Brent, what has happened there?
Well, Rory, this is why we say time and time again, and emergency workers, of course, echo that sentiment. Do not drive through standing water, regardless of how shallow or deep you might think it is. Tonight's 2 fatalities here inside the River Plantation development appear to be a couple, an older husband and wife perhaps. It was a male and a female, for whatever reason, just drove through. the high water and didn't make it. Now, a lot of folks have been stopping by River Plantation this evening. They've got loved ones or friends they have been unable to reach. They've fallen out of touch, so they're worried, understandably. But one rescue volunteer assures me every stranded person here at River Plantation has been picked up or at least offered a boat ride. He says many of these residents are just choosing to ride it out. At its highest point today, in other words, at a peak time, 60 people here at River Plantation were stranded. 60 people trapped in their condominiums with no power, no way out, and in many cases, no cell service. Volunteers worked tirelessly, including one group all the way from Knoxville, to come to the aid of total strangers. Helpless evacuees like Louise Collier, who is 90 years old, folks, and was humbled, just so grateful to be scooped up and saved. Are you glad to be on dry land?
I am. Sure am.
How long did you wait?
How long did I wait? A couple hours, probably. Well, I argued about not coming for a while, but not long.
And they brought your dog, too?
Yeah, there's my dog.
I've lived there since 1991, and I've never seen anything like this before.
What's your house like, your condo?
When we left, it was about an hour ago, and there was about 18 inches of water on the bottom floor. So it's okay. We're together, and that's all we need.
What do you think you'll do tonight?
We have some friends that live up high enough that we're going to go stay with them, so we'll be okay. We're good.
Now, you heard Louise, the older woman, mention her dog and her reluctance to leave. Rory and Jennifer, that was pretty much a big wrinkle for a lot of rescues this afternoon. The fact that in many cases they were not allowed to bring their pets, and these in many cases are all that some people have here in this development. The Jewish Community Center just up the road on Highway 70, one of the evacuation sites. However, I heard one emergency worker say that center is not set up to take rescue animals, so they put a cap at 4, a strict cap at 4 dogs and cats, saying they simply cannot take any more pets. And many of these evacuees said, well, if my dog or cat can't come, neither am I. So that's one of the off-site evacuation centers, Rory, as is a church and school up the road and some clubhouses here. But again, everyone accounted for or at least made contact with here in River Plantation. We're live in Bellevue. Brent Frazier, News Channel 5 HD.
Brent, thank you. And I know a lot of families waiting for that news will be happy to hear that. You talked about the shelter set up at the Gordon Jewish Community Center in Bellevue. It quickly filled to capacity this evening, and that forced Metro Nashville schools to open then Bellevue Middle School for people who had nowhere else to go. News Channel 5's Chris Cannon is just back from Bellevue, and what was the situation like there?
Really, Jennifer, they're just rolling with the punches. It happened so quickly. They just needed a place to put these folks, so they opened up the school, and that's all they really have at that time, because the Red Cross really has yet to make it to that location. So folks are doing just what they can to keep people comfortable. We caught up with Bellevue Metro Councilman Eric Crafton when he stopped by the school.
So we need to get more provisions over here, at least to get us through the night. So if people can come over, just bring over a bottle of water or a sandwich, and hopefully the Red Cross, I know they're stressed, but if they can get some cots over here, that would help out too.
Fewer than 24 people were at Bellevue Middle School today when that all started. Now, as you can see, they had a few blankets and some food to get by, but not with much else there. And folks have been in and out of the shelter all evening. A few residents from Bellevue were actually up in the shelter, but there were a lot of people who aren't even from Nashville at the shelter. Audrey Hawkins left Memphis at 6 o'clock this morning to attend a graduation party in Nashville. She made it as far as Bellevue, and then crews had to rescue her from the rising waters.
My car is by exit 196 on the freeway. The police officers said, they will be safe, leave the cars there. Then we had to wade through the water, catch a little boat to the other side of the flooding area, and then we took a bus to, they bused us here.
A lot of stories just like Audrey's at the Bellevue Middle School today. Again, they're asking for several things. Councilman Crafton says if you have food, if you have snacks, or some beverages that you can drop by the school there. It's not too far right off of Highway 70 there, so if you can just stop by, they'll take what they can get.